This is Pankaj Kichlu. I'm from Juniper Networks. Pleasure being here. It's an interesting topic, and when I look at it, I really feel we have to step back and understand the overall impact. It's a architectural shift, right? When we talk about architectural shift, it is not easy to do while you are on the run, right? So when I look at the holistic picture, what Network Slides brings to the table, I see three things. And when I say I see three things is I see lots and lots of equal access. I see lots and lots of dedicated policy, and I see lots and lots of differentiated services. So these three, if I mix and if I have to finally put them in a jar and give it a shake, I think it creates an environment which makes you use the tool set, which is the big block of 5G. What is that tool set? What is that 5G brings us? I feel there again are three elements which create these three things, right? Equal access, dedicated, prescribed, whatever you call, right? I think the biggest influence is what the telcos have learned over the last three generations, right? 2G, 3G, 4G. That's about delivering service with mass, with coverage, with complexity, and a lot of connotations can be used to explain what telcos have gathered, and especially in Indian environment. I'll tell you, Indian environment has been the most complex and most difficult use cases. There were a lot of innovations which Indian telcos have done, ahead of the whole world. So that's the one construct. I think the two fusions which are happening with 5G, and hence the architecture shift, which I said, is because this cloud nativeness which is coming from these hyperscalers, OTT, and whatever name you give them. I think the main thing is that cloud is entering this 5G arena. It's not entering just one location; it's entering multiple locations. That's another, think tank or a thoughtful sessions we can have. And that's the second part. And the third part is this enterprise focus in the architectural block. And I feel that train is equipped with a lot of IT skills, a lot of system integration, a lot of COTS platforms, and lots of IT which used to be in backend coming to the forefront. When I say they come to the forefront, it means a lot of difference, because now they are not only interested in logs and CDR blocks and revenue assurance, but they are interested in online policy, because now the infrastructure which these system integrators, ITs, and the cloud providers will do will change the dynamics of telco. So the first thought was what does slice bring, and why does the 5G architectural impact have this change? So I feel, again, if I have to mix the jar with these three, like I did before, I see a very clear picture where now we have a telco whose focus is, I will assume for 5G is automation. And I will underline that word and the need why we say automation. And the focus of data centers or the cloud native guys is intent-based. I will again underline that word. Seldom spoken, but has higher domino effect. So intent-based from the cloud guys, automation from the telco, and from the IT and servers and computes and CPUs and whatever you call that. Has an enterprise ecosystem experience, right? Has an understanding of a healthcare system, has an understanding of a robotic arm, has an understanding of a V2X kind of a use case, which has 200 different use cases. I'm not talking about autonomous car. I'm talking about rest of it, which is so important to give that new experience or a differentiated experience to the driver, to the insurance, to whatever. So I'm thinking these three, cloud nativeness, enterprise understanding, and the telco overall rich experience makes us and drive this new train with different bogies, which have different colors, right? And it's like every bogie, every service, every PDU, every session from that, every user having different sessions will be treated equally. And the word equal is important, because we used to have best effort in life, right? All our life we used to have best effort, and we used to say, okay, let's give a premium service, let's give a QS to this guy, right? The all operations used to do, or the planning used to do, we used to look at the access port, give some of CIR, PIR, what is called as burst rate or committed rate or permitted rate, whatever you call. And we used to fix his bandwidth at the customer port, at the ingress port, or at the entry to the network, right? That's all we used to do, because the whole network used to be over provisioned and it used to take care of itself. Not anymore, right? My networks are fully utilized. And I have now connectivities which are connecting 100 gig to 100 gig network, 400 gig to 400 network. So there is no kbps connecting to a 100 gig network anymore, right? With 5G, we'll have these kinds of frictions also. So I feel the three important things which network slice does is that it does not only do that kind of a reservation at the entry, it also separates the whole topology of the network. So that is the difference with network slice, right? We will have separate logical networks or physical networks. As simply as put, right? Multiple logical networks on a one physical network is network slice, right? And if I have to say that, apart from that QS criteria on the entry, we will now have these topologies all around the physical network. And then there will be a treatment at the uplinks also. The policy will be isolated, right? These sessions and these, what should I say, policy functions, PCFs and charging functions will take care of that granular session of a user and say, this is just a text, give him this right equal space. And this is a 8K video, give him a bigger space. This is a URLC type of a tracking, give him a better latency. So there'll be different edges where there'll be a local edge, which will have some kind of a anchor UPF, which will terminate it locally and hence give that latency, and a different kind of a user which will be terminated at a higher central location, because that only needs bandwidth. It doesn't need a latency function or any other constraint which you want to create. So I see these three things very important now. I said automation, I said intent-based fabric in data center, and I say that enterprises will mostly be AI driven. Why I say AI-driven? Because there will be a lot of training and understanding coming from these IT and enterprise, domain experts who will have some kind of models for these enterprise use cases. Juniper, as such, has been normally, if this was 2015, they will say this is a telco focus. But I think in last 5 years, the focus has been in these two other verticals, which is cloud and enterprise. So our AI operations Mist platform is capable enough to create these enterprise-rich experiences. It's been doing fantastic. Even natural language processors, where you want to make the troubleshooting easy and say, what is the bottleneck in XYZ, and it answers like that. So that will keep on going on one side, so that we have a vertical specific focus on enterprise with AI-driven Mist platform, and then cloud nativeness with Apstra, which basically is all about intent-driven, so that the business input is magnified into a construct of a particular policy for a particular thread, and there is a predictive nature in this fabric, so that whatever different policies or what should I say, treatments has to be done in the network slice is created. So those two happening from last 5 years are new, but what we are doing from last 25 years is telco, and that automation piece comes naturally to us. Paragon platform creates, I will say, 5 elements from thinking to planning, to configuring, to service assurance, active service assurance, to controller-based optimization. I think that whole richness of Paragon platform will create that telco kind of automation, principle. So that's my thought. That's my opening thinking, and I feel that. While it is a very small 2-letter sentence network slice, it is going to be the biggest revenue generator for 5G. We used to sell just the best effort traffic in last 30 years in the telecom mobility world. This is a new go-to-market tool. That means this is a new way of selling, equal and dedicated and business SLA-based services. So thanks a lot. I will continue staying for the larger session, and thanks. Have a great day ahead, guys. Cheers. Thank you.